It is time for some playoff baseball, which means it is time for some picks. Before we get into the picks, though, I need to make a statement right now. The Chicago Cubs choked their playoff spot away. They lost 14 of their last 20 games. They had their closer, Alzaloy, was hurt. It was just a mess down the stretch for the Cubs. But I will tell you this right now. With all the young talent that the Cubs have, and the amount of development they're going to do, and the farm that they have, the second best farm in baseball, I'm telling you right now, next year the Cubs are winning the NL Central. They're winning the NL Central. They are getting a first-round bye. I'm putting a guarantee on that right now. Right now. Next year the Cubs are winning the NL Central, and they will get a first-round bye. That is how good this team is going to be this year. They weren't even supposed to come close to making the playoffs this year, and they damn near did it. They are so back next year. They're winning the Central. All I'm saying about the Cubs. But they didn't make it this year. Miami came and caught them. Who cares? They weren't going to win the World Series anyway. I'm actually really upset about it. I'm acting like I don't care. Let's make some picks, though, for this exciting postseason that we have in front of us. First matchup, the Rays and the Rangers. I realized my mic wasn't on, so I already clicked it. I think the Rays are going to beat the Rangers. The Rangers are a really good team. They hit well. The problem with the Rangers, though, they're a sneaky team. They're either really hot or really cold. They either win 9 of 10 or lose 8 of 12. They're a really kind of hot and cold team. I don't really know which team's going to show up, but I guess it's here to find out. The Rays are the second best team in the AL record-wise. They got 99 wins in the toughest division in baseball. I think the Rays are clearly better. They might not have all the star power in the world, but they get it done. They definitely get it done. Twins, Blue Jays. The Twins have an 87 and 75 record, which is a good record, but they play in the worst division in all of sports. The AL Central is pitiful. That division is terrible. The White Sox, Royals, and Tigers are all in that division. Those three teams are horrifyingly bad, and the Guardians aren't much better either. So the Twins kind of won that by default. The Blue Jays won 89 games in the best division in all of baseball. They're also going to have literally tickets to this series are like $10. You can buy playoff tickets for like $10. A lot of fans from Canada are going to be coming to Minnesota for this series. The Blue Jays are the better team. I think they win this in 2. Wild card rounds are 3-game sets, and the higher seed hosts all 3. I think the Blue Jays win this one pretty easily. To the NL. Here's my number one hot take on the. I didn't even realize the Marlins got the 5. Yeah, the Marlins got the 5 seed because they played one less game than the Mets. Or I don't know. I think they would have had the tiebreaker against San Diego. Here's my number one hot take of the playoffs, at least for the first round. Fish in 2. This is a Miami team that is hot right now. They caught fire down the stretch and completely caught up to the Cubs out of nowhere. They were coming back from games down late. They got some young pitching. They got some timely hitting. They have what it takes. Philly is by far the better team on paper, and they get this series at home. The Fish are hot. Miami sweeps. They win both games. Fish in 2. D-backs, Brewers. I'm not going to take the Brewers. I think their pitching is a lot better than Arizona. Like, Zach Gallen's good, but, after that, I don't know. The Brewers are really good. I'm going to have to take them. Let's go back to the top. Orioles and Tampa. This is going to be... This will be a dog fight of a series. An absolute dog fight of a series. Unfortunately for the Orioles, they're going to have to go at it without their top reliever, Felix Bautista, who was magnificent this year. He had an absolutely terrific year out of the bullpen, and they're going to be without him for this series. Not a lot separates these teams. These two teams played each other really well throughout the year. I like them both a lot. They both got a lot of really young talent. The Orioles, my number one hot take at the start of the year is that they would make the ALCS. But I didn't think they'd be the 1 seed in all of base. Not all of baseball. The Braves had 3 more wins than them. But I don't know. This is tough. This is really tough. I really don't know, man. I really don't know. Cause yeah, I just don't know. I'm gonna take Baltimore just because I picked them to make the ALCS in the preseason. I wanna really say that I was right. I'm gonna take them. That's 50-50. Game 7 they get it at home. That's what I'm gonna lean on. Not game 7. Game 5. The DS is 5 games. Blue Jays Astros. Oof. I don't know, man. I really don't know. 1 game separates them. Houston's been not that great this year. Like, okay, they won the division, and they were able to wrap it up. But this is going to be a Blue Jays team that's going to be coming in with some momentum after that, after the first round. I don't know. I really don't know. If the Blue Jays could get when they get their act together, there are very few teams that could beat them. I mean, there are very few. Kevin Gossman's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Jose Barrios is really good too. They got a banger lineup. I'm going to take Toronto. I think they beat the Astros. I think the Astros have been a little, I don't know. They're good. I just think that the Blue Jays are going to be really well equipped after they sweep Minnesota, which is what's going to happen. They're going to sweep Minnesota. I like Toronto's chances. I'm going to take them. All right, when I tell you I'm actually thinking about taking Miami, don't call me crazy. Don't call me crazy. I'm actually thinking about taking Miami. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take Miami. But I would not be surprised if they won. I really would not. I would not. I wouldn't. They're playing some really good ball right now. And they have the pitching, like Luzardo, great pitcher. I mean, Garrett, great pitcher. I mean, Soler, great hitter. Arise, great hit. They got some great players. The Braves have just been mauling teams to death with their offense. So I'm gonna take Atlanta. Brewers and the Dodgers. I'm gonna take LA. I gotta take LA. I mean, they have this is like, it's kind of a new look LA team. Like they don't really have, like, they have Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, but they have a lot of like younger guys, and they've just been kind of forming it all together. And when people really didn't think, like everyone had San Diego winning the division, which, by the way, they're just a disaster. They're just not that great. I mean, I'm kind of glad they didn't make the playoffs. I'm gonna take LA. ALCS. Ah, man. See, okay. I'm taking Toronto. The reason I'm taking Toronto is they have guys with, like, this Orioles team. The only really knock I have on this Orioles team, they don't have a lot of guys with playoff experience. Like Adley Rutschman, all those play. This is kind of their first go around in the playoffs, and I think they could maybe get exposed by a team that's a little bit more experienced. I don't know. I really just picked a 6 seed, didn't I? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I just think the Blue Jays are going to have such momentum coming out of that first series. And here's the thing. If you want to win a bracket challenge, you got to think outside the box. I'm taking the Blue Jays. They've got a terrific team, man. They got a terrific team. And then on this side, everyone's taking the Braves. My knock on the Braves is their pitching. My knock on the Braves is the pitching, cuz okay, they have Charlie Morton and they have Spencer Strider, and those are 2 terrific pitchers. I don't really know what they have after that, though. After that, I don't know what we got. You need pitching in the playoffs, and they have some decent pitching. The Dodgers, I feel like, have the better pen. This is a Braves pen that, like, they're good, but I think that, like, Evan Phillips is a dog. He's a dog, and this is going 7. Let's get that out of the way right now. This is going 7. I'm gonna take the Dodgers. I'm gonna take the Dodgers. I don't really have a good reason for it because the Braves are so good. They're so good. I just think the Dodgers. I think they're gonna do it. I don't know. That's 50-50. I really couldn't tell you. World Series matchup: Blue Jays Dodgers. I don't know. I really don't know. Both these teams are really good. It means a lot to Canada for the Blue Jays to win. I don't really know. The Dodgers always choke the playoffs. They just do. They just always do. We're riding it out. We're just gonna ride it out. We're gonna ride it out. The Toronto Blue Jays are winning the World Series. You gotta take some risks in life, people. The Dodgers always choke. They always choke. They always choke. Maybe that's why I should have picked the Braves, but I didn't pick the Braves. I picked the Blue Jays. I'm telling you, man. Gausman, Barrios, Springer. That whole team, man. That whole team. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of people, but they got a squad. And when it comes to the playoffs, it's anyone's race. I think the Blue Jays win the World Series. Thank you for watching this video. If they lose in 2 to the Twins, you can come and laugh at me, but I'm submitting my picks. I'll do all this bullshit. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.